I should have known this would be a trap.
I would have.
There's no antidote for Tiberium. Divination is death for the weak. We'll see how strong you are back at interrogation.
Tell me, Slavic, did your all-knowing God mention that you would die today?
I live for Kane, and I die for Kane. The difference is trivial.
How does it feel to be the guinea pig this time? The name is McNeil when they ask who beat you.
You have been taken to a high-security prison 70 miles south of Hammerfest, Norway. GDI presence is at full saturation. A small Nod commando team is positioned by the north entrance of the facility. They will help you escape, but you must rescue Oxanna and get to them first. The C4 in this device will detonate in 5 seconds. A cyborg commando has been sent to retrieve you. Once free, rendezvous with your rescue team to the south. Use them to locate and free Oxanna before she is transported to the main GDI facility. After she has been freed, capture a GDI transport to make your escape.
Welcome back, Commander. So I may have left the speed at maximum after a separate attempt at something else. Anyways, welcome back. There is a couple interesting things about that cutscene. First, it's like the only time we will ever see both Anton Slavic and Commander McNeil in the same video and in the same locality. Any other time they might meet will be in video form only, which is kind of a wasted opportunity in a way, and also just, in my mind, exposes just how much better Slavic is than McNeil.
Yes, sir?
Sir? Sir, on my way.
Infantry reporting.
Unit ready. You got it.
It's also pretty crazy to me that there's such a small device that carries enough C4 to blow up a door and has the usual, this message will self-destruct, which seems a little dangerous considering there was only 5 seconds of delay.
On my way.
Oh, and that's how deadly ice is. So never, ever, ever, ever transport anything on ice if you even suspect being shot at. It's not gonna end well. Also, if that's not a prime example as to why a unit as awesome as a cyborg commando is, and how he's just completely useless against cliffs, I don't know what else. I mean, at least to be fair, the cyborg commando has the same problem as the Mammoth Mark II, but it's not a problem that should happen or should exist.
Unit lost.
Anyways, griping about how the best quote-unquote units are, at least in single combat, the best units are in this game. Could do worse. But now it's just a matter of waiting, sadly.
Unit lost.
Engineering problems.
Now, to be fair, you are on a timer. It's not on the screen anywhere, but if you take too much time, then, well, Oxanna eventually gets transported out of the map.
Discovered. Active. Standing by.
Unit ready. Status. Yes, sir.
Standing by.
There's a way of doing this specifically quicker, then I can't remember. Also, don't kill that sprite. I know it doesn't let you, but you can easily control click on that and not notice. And there's Oxanna.
Standing by.
Also, the pathfinding seems to have a little bit of an issue with the harvester there.
For the affirmative. I can smell defeat. Your command. Standing by. Terminate. They will help.
Waiting orders.
Your command. Reinforcements have arrived. Status.
So after you save Oxanna, the entire portion of the map now revolves around, obviously, getting your 2 VIPs outside the map. And the way we're going to do that is steal an Orca transport. But to do that, really, you're going to want to have some means of transportation. Had I not lost the amphibious APC, I wouldn't be in the same sort of dire straits, I guess we'll call it. It's not exactly like the biggest of problems, but if you happen to be playing this level, just make sure that after you free Oxanna, which again isn't all that hard, all you have to really do is bust into this area and then, you know, prevent her from getting transported from one checkpoint to another. Once you get transport, then all you have to do is, or if you have your amphibious subterranean APC, again, all you have to do is dig into, or like right next to your end goal, and that's it, basically. The Cyborg Commando will bust the walls, and you've pretty much done everything you need to do. Now, I was hoping I might be able to steal the train, but that doesn't actually work. I was also really worried that by entering the train I would lose my unit, and thankfully that's not the case. Now, had I scoped the map out beforehand, I would have had an easier time at just finishing it. Basically, if you lose your subterranean APC, replace it with an amphibious, and then, well, you'll see the path I end up taking. As you can imagine, the most direct path isn't necessarily the best one, especially considering having important cargo, and you might end up on water, and even if you don't, well, there's going to be defenses in certain locations.
Sir?
Status. Standing by. For the Brotherhood.
Yes?
I will. Awaiting orders.
Unit lost. Standing by. Directive. Standing by. Stand terminated. Your command.
That's kind of one of the only ways to, I feel anyways, to really work the Cyborg Commando against Titans.
Status.
But maybe I'm just crazy.
Unit ready. Standing by.
Oh, and if it's not obvious, Oxanna gets put into the train and then the train drives off.
Engineering all problem.
Directive.
Now, in true mission fashion, it's not, you know, they drive her off the map or anything. She just
Stand ready.
gets to the next checkpoint.
Your command.
Awaiting orders. Unit reporting.
This is probably one of the missions I've saved the most on in the regular campaign.
Sir.
It's more or less just because when it comes to VIPs, like having Slavic and Oxanna, you're pulling double duty on special characters. And if you lose the Cyborg Commando, that's also... he's not a critical mission condition, but kind of want to keep him around. So you always have to...
Yes, sir.
when you're juggling that many units, I tend to save more often, just in case.
Orders received. Sir.
Building.
It doesn't look like it, but there's actually a cliff face on the northwest side.
Sir.
It just really blends in really well.
Cannot deploy here. Building.
Waiting orders.
Cancel.
Waiting orders. Unit ready. On my way.
Harvester under attack.
Yes, sir.
So you kind of expect the train to just, you know, drive off the map.
Engineering, no problem. Where to?
Because why not?
Unit lost. Harvester under attack.
But it doesn't seem... apparently they want to get Oxanna and Anton to a very far location that can't be reached by train.
Mission accomplished. Harvester under attack.